If it's your fantasy to be a sexy rock star wolf and piss on the floor, this is the game pack for you. So everybody has lots of feelings about this. Be right back. I don't blame you for running. I want to run. Okay, so the new world looks interesting. I'm not sure about the kind of the theme of the world. The buildings all look kind of like rundown factory town like, but I don't know like where this is supposed to be set. The forest looks, I mean, I feel like it looks, I don't know. I don't want to say it looks kind of underwhelming because that's how I felt about Henford on Bagley when I watched the trailer. And now it's like one of my favorite worlds. So, you know, maybe I shouldn't judge. Oh, wait, that would make total sense. Do you think it's inspired by the Twilight Town? Because that was like a small town, right? And it's like a real town, isn't it? Forks. I think it actually exists, like in real life. It's like a real place in America that's named after cutlery for some reason. I see forest, I see werewolves, I see hipsters. It's Twilight. You know what? You might have a point. I think you might have a point. It kind of looks like... Yeah. I mean, it could be, right? Kind of country-esque, but like not very fancy. Kind of like a little bit depressing in the way that like all small towns are depressing. I think you got it, Andy. I think you just explained this pack to us. But can you explain to me why this wolf looks like a furry? Can you explain to me why this doesn't look like a werewolf or even a real wolf, but it just looks like a furry? It looks like it could be a person in a fursuit, right? In a very high quality fursuit. Or it could be furry art, like the characters they draw, you know? Their fursonas. It could be the fox from Zootopia, but it could not be a werewolf or a wolf. Can we agree that that's not a wolf or a werewolf? That's not what a werewolf looks like. I'm sorry. I've never seen a real werewolf, but something tells me that it wouldn't look like this. The Sims have always had furs? Really? What? Do you mean like the bunny suit? That wasn't sexy furries. That was innocent furries. Claire the bear? Humanoid bear? Okay. Oh my god, I think you're right. I think I'm gonna have to take it back. Clearly, furry culture is deeply ingrained in The Sims. I have to take it back. I'm not even allowed to make fun of this. Clearly, I'm the intruder here, you know? So everybody was very excited about werewolves. I'm very excited for anyone who was excited for werewolves and is still excited now that they've seen the trailer. I wasn't like, I need werewolves in The Sims 4, but when it was heavily hinted that we were going to be getting werewolves, I was excited because I thought they looked really cool in The Sims 3. I never owned the Supernatural pack, unfortunately, but I always thought it was one of the coolest looking packs. And werewolves were part of that. And they looked, I mean, wait, let us compare and contrast. The Sims 3. I kind of want to play The Sims 3 again. I really miss it. This is what werewolves looked like in The Sims 3. Look, that... This is cool. This is scary. This is what a werewolf is supposed to look like, right? Right? Or, I mean, if you don't want it to be like too unattractive, you could just actually turn them into a wolf, right? That would be fine too. So they can be like hot in their human form, like Jacob in Twilight, and then they just turn into a dog. Like, instead of, like, if you don't want them to have this face, fine, whatever. But, like, and I'm not, like I said, like, I'm always, with every pack, I'm so happy for the people who wanted this and who are getting what they wanted. So excited for them. But, like, personally, I'm a little bit creeped out by this. I'm a little creeped out by sexy wolves, okay? I am, in fact, triggered. That's just I mean, they're all wearing clothes. And apparently you can have them not wear clothes. Am I overthinking this? Listen, if it looks like an anthropomorphic animal, and most of them wear clothes, if one of them doesn't wear clothes, that means it's naked, right? I mean, it's not inherently sexual, I guess, but is it at least a little bit weird? I mean, what? Are you telling me that this is not some furry's fantasy? Like, are you telling me that this is not just a furry simulator at this point? Okay, they can piss on the floor. That's kind of funny. I appreciate that detail. If it's your fantasy to be a sexy rockstar wolf and piss on the floor, this is the game pack for you. Am I the only one who's a little bit uncomfortable watching this? I feel so weird. I feel like I'm being uptight and weird about this when it's not. But I have very strong feelings. Are you ready to run wild? Rawr! Sorry, I was I was blanking for a second. It's a lot to take in. So, let's read about this pack, shall we? Embrace your transformation on June 16th. Are you ready for your sexy furry transformation? Key features. Life on the wild side. What big teeth you'll have. Transform into a werewolf. And embrace or fight your animalistic nature. Is that a new gender? Yes. Yes. The two genders, werewolves and vampires. Unique temperaments and abilities. That's very vague. What abilities are we talking about? Can they do magic like vampires and spellcasters? Be affected by the phase of the moon. Okay, I was expecting that though. That's kind of like the bare minimum if you're doing a werewolf pack. And experience wolf-specific life events. What does that mean? Alpha or lone wolf? Is this gonna be... Oh god. I just realized this. Is this gonna be an Omega-verse thing? What if I want to be beta? What are you supposed to do if you're a Sigma? Where does that fit in? Can't. Is there gonna be Sims wolf porn? Of course there is. It's just, why did I even ask that question? Craft your werewolf identity. You can't tell me a furry didn't come up with this. Okay, so werewolves birth other werewolves, like in Twilight. It's not like in Harry Potter where you're like... But it also... Okay, so it's both. So either you're born into a werewolf family like in Twilight, or you're bitten and turn into a werewolf like in Harry Potter. It's like both universes combined. Now you've got to decide what kind of wolf you want to be. Are these going to be different? I wonder if there's going to be like a skill tree, like in I mean, the spellcasters one is kind of meh, but like the vampires one was pretty good, I think. I've never actually played with vampires, so I don't know for sure. But it looked pretty detailed. So I wonder if we're going to get that for werewolves. Grow your collection and interact with denizens of Moonwood Mill. What's that? I've never read that word in my life. I'm sorry, my English not so good. Is that a tiger or a lion? That looks like a lion. This is not a wolf. Are you kidding? It's just a furry pack. I wish they were just more, I wish they were transparent about it so that I don't have to feel like a crazy conspiracy theorist. And you can't tell me that it's not sexual when all the wolves in the trailer are like ripped and like, you know, and giving you like schmexy eyes. I want my ugly Sims 3 werewolves back, please. Thank you. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.